scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. Patrick Hernandez is your referee. Introducing first, weighing in at 210 pounds, fighting out of Chico, California, Brian K. Taylor! And his opponent, weighing in at 208 pounds, fighting out of Austin, Texas, Gatson!
Chris Hero, you don't have to wait for me.
Oh, I get to start talking over top of you?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
You know, that's helpful to know.
Shitty bell ring to start the match.
One more time, lady. Oh, come on. That's weak. Weak sauce. Get a hammer or something. Come on, man.
Ring bell issues here at Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, despite the contest we have going on in the ring.
8 years in, and we still can't figure things out. Even as simple as the bell ringing or the match order.
Yeah, well, we just saw Pac and Steen both ring each other's bells. Oh, going for the wrist. Cage Taylor was able to get to the extremely high bottom rope.
That is true. We are like a boxing ring in that all the ropes are.
It's pretty easy for fans to rush the ring. They could just slide right in.
We like to invite that here in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla.
We do.
So far, nobody's really done that.
Danielson let that mentally handicapped kid in the ring.
And I was actually going to go in there and punch him
until you realized
until somebody
that it was Corky from Life Goes On,
yes,
and you were like,
it is Chris Burke, huge PWG fan. That is the actor that portrayed Corky from Life Goes On.
Excellent. One time in Michigan, Cash Flow and Too Tough Toady were going to beat up a plant from the crowd. His name was Joey. So they approached this guy, and they thought it was Joey. They said, "Are you Joey?" And he said, "Yep." So they started beating the shit out of this guy. And he starts freaking out. He's like, ah. It turns out the owner of the building has a mentally handicapped son also named Joey.
My word.
Oh, man. Joey, this was for the Insane Wrestling Federation, IWF, I believe. And he ended up with a whole lot. Yes, he ended up with a whole lot of IWF swag after that. Hats, bandanas, and concussions.
Knee lift to the midsection by Cage. Clubbing blow across the back of Gatson. We haven't seen Gatson in a couple months. He's actually been competing on the East Coast, trying to spread the brand that is Brandon Gatson. Catching him with it.
Wrestling both for CZW and the Best of the Best tournament, and for WXW in their ventures in the U.S. Lands on his feet.
Oh, not quite.
I anticipated. Slop drop stunner.
Gatson, he's get caught by the boot to the side of the head, knocked to the outside. Brian Cage Taylor.
GMSI, are you familiar with that?
Get my shit in, Chris Hero.
Really?
That is what Brian Cage Taylor is looking to do.
Is it not? It's not stuff. It's definitely shit.
Oh, big right hand from Gatson as Taylor just extended his head. Cage Taylor extended his head through the ropes.
I will say this about Gatson. Everybody talks about his. He got a little standing tarantula variation. A lot of people talk about his high-flying prowess, which is true. You know, he was a gymnast in a former life. But he also has an incredible right hand, which I felt personally a couple times.
Brandon Gatson catches the leg of Brian Cage, and almost like an ankle breaker there. Now gets him
back.
Fisherman suplex. Gatson didn't bridge though. Didn't put that extra little bit of pressure on the shoulder of Brian Cage Taylor.
No, but he did keep the leg grapevine.
Cage Taylor back up to his feet. Gatson sent up and over the top. Cage Taylor throws the right. Gatson blocks him head first into the top turnbuckle.
Oh, going for that.
Gatson catches him. German suplex with the release just dumps Gatson on the back of his head.
Cage Taylor had to hit something there. Fortunately, he found himself in the position to counter that ace crusher with a German.
Now you want to talk about uncomfortable coincidences, Chris Hero?
I do.
Maybe this is maybe commentary is not the best place for it, but you know, it's all good. Harkening back to the days of Pro Wrestling Guerrilla when we didn't really care because we didn't think anybody was listening to commentary. Chris Benoit, long ago, name not very often uttered in professional wrestling, but still, he was.
He existed.
He did exist, and was a show here. I believe it was a Lucha show in California that Chris Benoit was booked on. Came out to the Misfits' Last Caress, which, ooh, if you're not familiar with the lyrics,
ooh,
song opens,
Last Caress.
I got something to say. I just killed a baby today.
Holy son of a bee. That is foreshadowing. Somebody should have
told him. Somebody should have called the cops.
Done something.
Anybody that uses Last Caress. Chris Benoit, Christina Von Eerie, anyone.
Yes, anyone.
Put him in jail right now. This is Minority Report. Look at this, arm behind the back. Gentleman Brian Cage Taylor. Now driving the point of his elbow into the ribs.
Since we were talking about the Misfits, I'll continue with another story.
Okay.
So Doyle von Frankenstein, I think his name is. He's the guy from.
Oh, look at this! Oh! Just got his shit in.
He did. And Brandon Gatson it looks like a chalk outline right now.
Brian Cage Taylor is a fucking machine.
See if he waited too long.
Muscles him over. Hook of the leg. Only gets a 2 count.
Wow. Continue, yeah. So Doyle von Frankenstein, he is a member of the Misfits, yes. I believe, and he's now married to George Frankenstein, aka formerly known as Gorgeous George from Small Package.
Yes, it rolls him up too. Only a 2 count.
Desperation maneuver up to his feet.
Did they get married because they had the same last name?
No. That she's George Frankenstein later.
She took his name in marriage.
She did.
Good for her.
Otherwise, it would be wildly coincidental. Handspring. Great height in with that twisting clothesline. As always, I'm never surprised when we see something agile out of Mr. Gatson.
Oh! Drops him down, stomach first, middle of the ring. Gatson, I think he got his knees under him, but still, that's a lot of momentum coming down.
That was an inverted Olympic slam. But anyway, Gorgeous George, formerly the wife or mistress or whatever of Macho Man Randy Savage.
Gorgeous George.
Well, something was going on.
Known for having one of the better bolt-on racks in professional wrestling.
Absolutely, and known for that really tame softcore porn video she did.
Dynamite knockers.
Definitely. So, I guess some stuff was going on with old Doyle and George before they consummated their relationship. And
Macho Man's back?
That's the speculatory nature of the story. I don't really know. I did not know any of them.
Perhaps that's what drove him to drive into a palm tree.
Oh!
He landed awkwardly. Oh, look at this! Oh! Gatson counters, drives him into the corner. Cage Taylor, clothesline. Woo! Gatson just landed on his face on the ring apron,
turning him inside out on the corner of the apron. Possibly the worst place to land aside from the pole.
And landing on your face. Hook of the leg. 2 count only. Brandon Gatson able to kick out.
So Mach ended up at a.
There's more to this story.
Oh yeah. Oh, trust me, it's awesome. So Doyle von Frankenstein is playing a show with the Misfits, and for some reason the Macho Man is in and around the area, and he bursts into the locker room, and his quest is to find
the band.
Yes, the locker room. Backstage area. They probably have some lockers. Backstage area. And he's asking anyone within shouting distance, where is the one they call Dooley?
Brandon Gatson drops the elbow off the middle rope. Nobody home, though. Point of his elbow just driven in hard.
Fortunately, his name is Doyle and not Dooley, so he was never found. The confrontation never happened.
Amazing. Gatson. Oh! Wow!
Big kick, baby.
Caught him with a kick to the face, brought him up, and then caught him with the leg lariat on the wake up.
Slow clap, bringing both of these men to their feet.
Brandon Gatson, very great agility, but Brian Cage Taylor, very sparkly tonight.
He is.
But Gatson ducks under. Neck breaker.
He likes to combo these.
See
another neck breaker.
And now comes through for possibly the trifecta. Now Brian Cage Taylor. Northern Lights suplex, only a 2 count.
The move was enough to stop the momentum of Gatson. I really question how much damage the Northern Lights suplex did.
Yeah, I think Cage Taylor might have done a little more damage to his neck. He came up flushing his head. Gatson catches him with a spear though. Gatson very slow to capitalize. Rolling Cage Taylor over. Only a 2 count, says Patrick Hernandez.
I'm going to check out the Twitter feed here. Rob Von Doom 23 says, I'd have damn sure spent $20 on a PWG pay-per-view tonight. Someday, hopefully. Not necessarily sure that an pay-per-view is in the cards, but our DVDs are always available. ProWrestlingGorilla.com, HighSpots.com, MissedMoonsault.com. No, that's not a website. DDT!
It is now, Chris Hero. Brandon Gatson puts down Cage Taylor, drapes the arm over. Brian Cage Taylor, though, kicks out. Brandon Gatson, he hasn't been, you know, when Brian Cage Taylor dropped him down on his stomach in the center of the ring, he got his knees under him, and right there he got his knees under him for that moonsault attempt. You know, I think he might be putting undue wear and tear on his lower body.
Yeah, he's really not focused right now. He's really focused on taking those straps down. This means business.
2 straps are down. I think this means he means double the business of somebody like Jerry the King Lawler.
Oh.
Or perhaps Ultra Charo Jr. was in the building. Brandon Gatson would push the button, which I believe Brian Cage Taylor just did with that shot to the midsection. Could have been a liver shot.
Yeah, it's possible.
Boss Rutan-esque.
He knocked the wind out of him. Oh!
Gatson kicks out.
He really knocked the wind out of him, hit him right in the bread basket.
He is gasping for breath like a fish out of water.
Back on the Twitter, we got Mr. Chris82 is at his first wrestling show ever. He's got some pictures.
Brian Cage Taylor going up to the top rope. Unfamiliar territory for him. Oh, but Gatson back up to his feet. Knocks him off with that huge right hand. Goes back to what you were saying earlier, Chris Hero. Gatson can throw him.
For the second time tonight, we see a man attempting a suplex to the floor. Oh, dear. He's attempting a superplex to the floor.
Booker T-esque. Both men from Texas.
On the floor, you do not want to be when Brandon Gatson's in the ring with full head of steam.
Brandon Gatson building up that full head of steam. Sasuke
lands on his feet. Mafia kick.
Cage Taylor thought he was out of the woods, but instead the Wolf leapt out and kicked him in the face.
Woo. For the second match in a row, we have seen amazing aerial dives to the floor with the opponent moving and the flyer landing on his feet. Ladies and gentlemen, that is just so incredibly difficult.
And Ricochet hasn't even wrestled yet.
No, he hasn't. I'm sure he'll do some crazy shit like that too.
Do you think Brandon Gatson watched Pac's match and thought, I've got to step it up when I go out there? Do you think Ricochet's watching both those matches and says, I've got to step it up twice as much now?
No, I think Ricochet is playing Angry Birds on his phone back there.
That's true.
So, a big fan of iPhone applications, Ricochet.
He is one of the angriest birds around.
He doesn't really have an iPhone. He just, leaps over.
Ducks under. Oh! Clobbered him with that super kick on the floor.
Chris Adams-esque. There was no Shawn Michaels on that. That was old school world-class championship wrestling. Chris Adams super kick.
I thought Brian Cage Taylor was the gentleman in the situation, but no.
No, he's dead in the situation. Not no gun wound. Hey, you said something about Macho earlier.
I said something about Chris Benoit earlier.
Yeah. Oh shit, we're really. I said something really off color in the first match. And I felt bad for that.
Brandon Gatson climbing in underneath that highly elevated bottom rope. Cage Taylor still on the outside. Patrick Hernandez giving him the 20 count, as is customary here in PWG. If this is your first Pro Wrestling Guerrilla event on DVD, please do know that we are not usually this horrible of people on commentary.
No.
Something about 8 years, really.
But it is just a constant flow. You know, we just like to talk. We
ebbs and flows.
And yeah, and sometimes some
stream of consciousness.
Some people are deeply offended by what we say, and that's a shame.
At least I didn't talk about the second verse of Last Caress.
No. Oh God.
Oh! Total eclipse! And now Cage Taylor's got him up.
Gory bomb, perhaps.
Got him crossed.
Flatliner!
Just dropped him down face first. 1, 2, 3. Cage Taylor.
Weapon X. I'm incorrectly called that flatliner.
puts him away. Brian Cage Taylor, ladies and gentlemen, your winner here tonight.
Fans here clearly unhappy with the result of that match.